Hi everyone, welcome to Woolen Spinning. My name is Rachel and this is another episode of our Advent vlog. It is Monday, December 14th, and if you're experiencing a little bit of the case of Mondays like I am, I hope that you'll enjoy this little burst of sunshine on your Monday afternoon. So without further ado, let's get into it. So for those who are new to this space and new to watching these Advent vlogs, I've been creating one as many days as I possibly can to share my spinning of my Advent calendar from Kingdom Fleece and Fiberworks. So I actually spent some time over the weekend because I was working anyhow. I washed up all of the skeins and left them to dry. So this is my basket of all of my Advent skeins thus far. They're each about half an ounce and I am grossly behind on the spinning. So I worked yesterday, so I didn't open my Advent calendar yesterday. So let's see what day 13 was. I would like to spend some time this afternoon getting caught up, so I am hoping to sit at my wheel for a bit. Last week ended up being a wee bit crazy. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh my goodness, I love this one. I want to skip all the other ones and just skip to spinning this. Isn't this gorgeous? This is something that Nora would absolutely love. Oh, I really like this one. So this is day 13. That is really, really pretty. And then day 14, let's see what day 14 is. I really love Liz's colors. Some of the colors are colors that I don't normally spin and work with. And so it's nice to spin some color that is a little bit out of my own comfort zone. This is day 14. This is equally beautiful. I love these dirty kind of off colors, like the ones that are a little bit gray. I'm not quite as keen on sort of jewel colors, but I love, love, love colors like this. And I still haven't gotten to it, but I loved day 12. That was just a gorgeous one as well. So hopefully these three will go onto the wheel today. Now, because it's Monday and because the weekend was quite busy, and I am back to work later this week, I actually spent some time this morning doing all of our meal prep. So often on Mondays when the kids go to school, I pop into the grocery store, do our huge shop for hopefully the next sort of 10 days-ish, and then I get some meal prep done. So that's what I've been doing all morning. I just now sat down. I'm going to go have some lunch next. I do use my Instant Pots a lot, and I thought that I would share a little bit about what I was making for the week. So over the weekend, we made a wild rice mushroom risotto stew. It was amazing. Nora loved it. So I will share the link for that in the comments down below here on YouTube. And it's just a forks over knives recipe. And then I also thought James had a wee bit of a tough weekend and he had a wee bit of a tough morning. So I decided to make his favorite this week, which is out of my cookbook called The Big Vegan. I've had this cookbook for about 15 years. I bought it on a whim at Chapters Indigo years ago, like I said, and it was on sale at the time. And it's one of those cookbooks that's kind of like The Joy of Cooking. You just sort of keep coming back to it again and again because there's all these staples that you just make all the time. So there's a vegan borscht in there that we really love, and it's James's most favorite. So I actually don't follow the instructions for cooking. I just load all of the ingredients into my Instant Pot and I do it on the soup setting. It works really, really well, and then I don't have to stand at the stove and I can move on and do other things. The other thing that I made this morning was my favorite soup, and that is called Rotel cheesy broccoli, I think. Anyways, it's a recipe out of Health Span Solution by Ray Cronice and Juliana Hever, and I will link to all of these books down below so that you guys can click on them and check them out. The Health Span Solution is one of my absolute most favorite cookbooks in the whole world. I go to it multiple times a week, and the only criticism that I have about a lot of plant-based recipes out there, including the one that I mentioned a minute ago, the wild rice and mushroom stew, risotto mushroom stew, none of them are ever big enough portions. So I double everything. I find that the portions for most of the recipes are often for two people. And when you're cooking for four and you want leftovers, especially for lunches and for dinners the next night, so that you don't have to cook every night, I do find myself doubling and even tripling the recipe. And then the last thing that I made this morning, because they're super easy and I can just throw them into the food processor and leave them blending while I'm doing other things, is some falafels. And I'll share the recipe down below as well. It's from one of my favorite food blogs. It is such an easy recipe. The trick and the key, though, is to definitely use fresh cilantro and fresh parsley. So if you're in the grocery store and you think about this recipe, definitely pick some up so that you can include that in the recipe, because it's worth it and they're super easy if you have a food processor. So I'll link all of that down below. And I am going to spend the afternoon having some quiet time and spinning, engaging in a little bit of self-care, and I hope that you have a chance to do the same. I will chat with you tomorrow, and I will hopefully have some skeins finished and spun that will catch me up on my spinning advent calendar a little bit. So until next time, happy spinning, happy knitting, happy dreaming, and I hope that you're doing really super well in this holiday season. Bye everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.